So over the next couple of weeks, I'll be cold calling some of Africa's richest people. So this past week alone, I tried to call some of Uganda's richest people because that's where I'm from and that's who I have the quickest access to. And in this video, I'm just going to give you the full context of what exactly I learned, what exactly I did, how exactly I maneuvered the entire thing. So if you wait around till the very end, you're actually going to get to understand what are the results that I have got so far. So the first thing I'll explain is, where did I get their contacts from? Truth be told, that was the easiest part of the entire process. I went to two places. Number one, I actually sent out our very own Monkey Pesa Sales AI to go and hunt for some of their contacts, whether it's an email, whether it's a phone number. And surprisingly, this is really easy to come by. And the ones I got through that are what I considered as cold leads. Then the second thing I did is I contacted some of my connections around Kampala just to say, you know what, how can I get access to so and so? Who do you know? And truth be told, even those ones, I thought it would be a much easier path to take, but to be honest, it really wasn't that much easier. It was still equally as cold as the ones I got through the AI. And honestly, given that I don't really have a lot of connections to that kind of customer, I just decided to consider it all cold calling. Now, the second thing I did is, how did I go about calling them and what did I learn out of the process? Now, the first portion of the calls I started when I was, of course, stammering. The first few calls I had ended actually truly badly. But from the first three conversations, I started to learn that, you know what, first calm your nerves down. You need to understand that here, you have nothing to lose. Whether the man says yes or no, or cuts you off, all you've lost is just a couple of minutes of your time and a bit of airtime here and there, which is honestly ignorable. So first settle down and understand what these guys need. Now, from the first three conversations of me fidgeting around, I learned two things. The first thing I learned was, number one, truth be told, their problems are a bit different from the problems of the normal person. Now, your job is not to talk to this person like he's a normal person, but rather to understand what are some of the problem areas that these guys have, so that now you begin talking more about some of their problem areas, because they will tend to listen more better if they feel like you understand what their problem statement is. And the second thing I learned is, your value proposition must equally be as powerful. You're not going to just rush there and tell the man basic things, a website. No, it has to be game changing. You need to understand that he already has a lot of demand on him, or the lady has a lot of demand on her. So everyone is asking for their time, everyone is asking for their attention, everyone is asking for their money. Meaning, the only way you stand out, you need to buy each 10 seconds, and your 10 seconds of the man's time extra are truly dependent on how much more value are you going to impact to him, as opposed to just you being like another person trying to get a couple of bucks for whatever extra service from him or her. Now, I decided to choose each 10 seconds, as the more the time I get to speak to him, the more I understand that I'm converting him. So the problem number one, just to rearticulate this, is their problem. Then problem number two, you need to properly understand what is my value proposition to him and how does it stand out from anything else he has had. Because if you fail to articulate it in that moment in time, you may never get to talk to that billionaire ever again. The third thing I also came to learn is, they don't care about pricing. So don't go there and think that you're going to tell him maybe my price is lower and it's what is going to attract them. No, you would actually preferably bill them higher. They're more interested in, what is the value I'm going to get out of this thing? There's a famous video I watched that someone said that, you know what, if I told a poor man and a very wealthy man two things, that here is a bag, I'm selling it to you at $1,000, the first thing the poor person would tell you is, that is too expensive. They're more concerned about the price, whereas the rich person would say, what is in the bag? Because they're more interested in what am I getting out, as opposed to the value. Because the bag itself could have $100,000, but I'm giving it to you at $1,000. So Yeah, understand that that is their mindset. So they are more fine-tuned to how much value do I get out of whatever money I am putting out. So before you even jump onto that phone call, just understand what your value preposition is and let it be so pinpoint accurate, because you're not going to have a lot of time with this gentleman or this lady at the end of the day. So those are some of the three core things that I learned at the end of at the end of the day. Now, when it comes to results, truth be told, I fidgeted over the first couple of phone calls. So those first three, I counted them as losses, but I had nothing to lose. Then I started counting properly. I've made a total of about 21 phone calls. And from the 21 phone calls, I've honestly secured one meeting. And even that meeting wasn't with the person themselves. They told me to go and meet their head of sales and marketing. So I'm going to go ahead and meet that person. But what I'll do is I'm going to keep you updated. I'll post subsequent videos of how the meeting went, and if I finally got the chance to meet this person. I wouldn't want to disclose their name in the meantime, but just keep following my channel. I'm going to show you who exactly I met and how that transpired over time. But so far, that is what it has been so far. What I'm doing at the next layer is I'm going to talk to a couple of people in Kenya next. I'll talk to a couple of the billionaires in Tanzania too next. And what I'm selling to them, for those that may be inquiring, is our Monkey Pesa Sales AI, which is an artificial intelligence tool that helps you within your sales process. So it will help their sales reps prospect better, follow up with their leads better, initiate more sales conversation. Imagine a tool that can just, you instructed that go and look for me for this kind of customer based on their interest or their location or whatever, and it looks for those people and keeps all the people engaged on your behalf, and only notifies you when one of them has responded back that, you know what, it's giving him a lot more value. It's like having the power of 20 sales reps in one artificial intelligence tool, and you're paying for like a quarter of the price of what you would pay to one sales rep. So that's what I'm selling to them. If you need more details on that, I'll leave a link right here. And don't forget, follow my channel. I'm going to keep updating you on how these conversations go. If I get the permission, I'll also post the billionaires I have been talking to and how exactly we have worked together and what that journey has been like. So just follow me. I share a ton of content like this. But that's it from me today, folks. Bye-bye.